We are recreating the title animation of this title, zebra. This is where we left off. P for pen tool. Then I'm going to complete this A. I have unlocked this using Control Alt 2. I'm going to move this point, and then I'm going to move this image here so that we have a good look of the title. I'm going to lock this to Control 2. I'm going to select this point, and then I'm bringing this here. If you take a closer look at the title, these letters are little shorter than our design, so we have to reduce the height of each letter. So I think I will take direct selection tool. I'm going to drag select these points together, then I'm going to bring it like this. So for example, if you take a reference on E, so you will get the height values. So I'm going to give it a little bit up. Now I'm going to deselect this, and then I think I'm going to select P and R, and then I am going to hold shift, then I'm going to select this, and then I'm going to select these points. Then I'm going to bring this down in reference with this point. I think something funny happening here. I'm going to select this, then select this, and select this. I'm going to bring it up a little bit. I think we are good. Now I'm going to press Ctrl R to get the guides. I'm just checking. I think I should bring this down. Again, I'm going to delete this. I'm going to Alt drag this. Hopefully hope you got the same result. Okay, I'm going to press P for pen tool. I'm going to complete this A. I'm going to select this with direct selection tool A. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, we should separate the horizontal lines from the vertical lines, because if you take a closer look at the title, the vertical lines are little bit thicker than the horizontal lines, which we discussed on the previous part also. At the beginning of the previous part, I think I'm going to press P for pen tool. Sorry, I think I'm going to take C for scissor tool. I'm going to use the scissor tools on each of these points like this, and then I'm just cutting this down. Let's just leave this, and then I'm going to cut this and cut this. I think we are at the good shape. Now what I'm going to do is select these points, and then I'm going to move it beyond the title of our rulers here. We're just gonna cut this out with using the pathfinder. After we make the outlines of these strokes, I'm going to bring it here. Let's just select this point and bring this out, and then I'm going to select both of this. Let's shift, and then shift, bring it like this. We don't have to be really perfect about this. For example, if you have these gaps, this these edges will be fixed using the scale, which we are gonna do later. So I'm going to select this point and then I'm going to bring this out. Okay, and so let's just select the vertical lines here and here, both of these. Yeah, so the vertical line should be little bit thicker, so we're going to stroke. We have given this all these lines to the value of 75. I'm going to change it from 75 to 90. So if you take a zoom out, you get the contrast between the vertical and horizontal lines. Now I'm going to I think we should select this, use scale tool and then select this. I'm going to change the 100 to 100 and then 0. Now I'm going to increase the horizontal value from 100 to beyond. Okay, I think we should take both of these and bring it on the left side little bit, and I am going to drag select this with using A. I am going to select this. I think we should get rid of these guides. I'm going to select this and then I'm holding Alt. I think I should first group this using Control G. I'm going to hold Alt and drag like this. Use the type tool to create a text layer and going to resize it. I'm going to call this stroke. This is a good idea to have a backup of our work. We are going to continue this. We should make outline first. We have to continue our design. I am going to select object path outline stroke. Okay. Now I am going to take a backup of these two. I am going to drag this text using Alt, holding Alt. I am calling this outline. Yeah. I think I will ungroup this and then select this point, and then we have to create a vertical one. So use O for the reflect tool. I am going to press here and I am going to use the horizontal point, use copy. So we got the B also. I think we should bring it little bit down. So in order to match the height of these, I think we should bring these points, use the direct selection tool to select this point and direct selection to select this point, and then I am going to bring this down. So we get the better match of the title, hopefully. So I'm going to now I'm going to create the let's just keep a backup of these two. I'll just call it outline 2. Now we are going to drag select this and go to pathfinder. So this is in this pathfinder. So we are going to use the first option called unite. Now these letters are united. First ungroup this, right click and ungroup. I'm going to select the first letter. I'm going to use M for the rectangle tool. I'm going to drag like this, little bit zoom, it will snap at the point. I'm going to bring this edge I'm going to select this letter first and then shift and select this bar. I think I will go into Pathfinder and select this second option. This is called minus front. I'm going to minus the front. So the letter is on the back, the rectangle is in the front. So we are going to use the minus front. So this I'm going to press M. I'm going to select this. I'm going to drag select both of this. I'm going to press minus front. So this is done. I'm going to use another tool called delete anchor point. This is circuit is minus. So if I say minus, it will be my delete anchor point. So I'm going to select V to the selection tool. I'm going to press V, select this. I'm going to press minus for the delete anchor point. Where now we're just going to delete the points that are not necessary. For example, these points are not necessary. If you remove this, so it is not going to change our design. For if you remove this point, it will change the design. So we should delete these points which are unnecessary. So I am going to select this point. First I am going to select this plus minus. I am just deleting these anchor points. Continuing with the design, I am going to press E with the selection tool. I am going to go into direct selection tool by pressing A. I am going to drag selecting this. I am going to select S for the scale tool. I am going to hold Alt and click here. Horizontal to 0 and the vertical to 100. Now we are going to use the delete anchor point using minus, delete. Okay, delete again, delete this point. So this is really clean now. Now we go into B. I am going to select this point using direct selection tool. The circuit is A. I am just going to use S for the scale tool and use the plus Alt, hold Alt and click here. Before doing that, we can use the direct selection tool to delete this point. So it will be easier for us. I am going to use direct selecting this using A, press S and hold Alt and click here. We are going to give the value of this, and then I am going to use the direct delete anchor point using minus. Okay. Now this is clean too. I think we have an opportunity here to shorten this point. No. If you have the opportunity, just concentrate on these edges. For example, I have rounded the P so much, so I lost this detail. For example, you see this point is straight here, and then the edge is like little bit corners are little bit have a low value. So in ours it is really rounded. So when you created the P, just give the P's corner value to little bit lesser. Okay, I'm going to working on the R now. Now we use M for the rectangle tool. Going to press here. I think we should then I am dragging it here. I am going to select both of them. I am going to use minus front option. R is done, and then S, and then A. I am going to use the delete anchor point to delete these anchor points. I think these anchor points. I am going to use the drag selecting this using A, S, and then click here. A, yes, alt and click here. Okay, and then use minus to delete anchor point tool. These points are deleted. Now this is really clean. Let's create a backup. Drag it on here. I'm going to press here. Let's call this design 1. First, let's focus creating these edges. For example, this edge, this edge, this edge, and this corner. Let's just create this corner, rounded corner. So press A for the direct selection tool, drag it, and then use the drag like this. Give the value of 100, and then I think 85 would be enough. And then I'm going to select this point and then give the value of 25. I think it's alright. We are going to create these edges. First select this point, and then now we are moving to another tool called add anchor point. This shortcut is plus. So we're gonna add some points, extra points, and then adjust another points. For example, we can select this point using add anchor direct selection tool, and then I am going to bring it this way. I'm going to bring this corner a little bit to the left side, so in order to match this. I think this needs to be further on the left side, so you get the idea. I'm going to clear this guide. Let's continue with the E. Press plus to add anchor point, add both of these, and then select both of these using holding shift, pressing E. I'm going to use the left arrow key. Okay, then I'm going to use plus for direct add anchor point, and then add anchor here and here. Select this point and hold this point using direct selection tool. Press S for scale tool. Hold Alt and press here. Give the horizontal value to 0, 100, vertical value to 100. So now both of these are in the same straight line. I am going to move them further on the left side, and then I am going to press A for the direct selection tool. I am going to select this and then hold S, select S and hold Alt. Now I am going to use horizontal for 100, vertical to be lesser than 100. So you get this. Let's just give it a value of 40. Press OK. I'm going to select this point. Before doing that, create an anchor point here. Add anchor point for plus 2, press plus. Then I'm going to select both of these and press yes, and then use the value of 0, 100 on the horizontal to be 0. I'm going to select both of these and press yes and hold Alt. I'm going to give the horizontal value to be 0, 100 vertical value to be greater than 100. So you get this. Give it a value of 160. I think we are good. I'm going to select both of these points and move it to the right. I think our E's lateral point is a little bit longer. I think I am going to select this with the direct selection tool and shift selecting both of these points, and I am going to bring this down little bit in order to match this. Add anchor point, add both of these, select the first point and the last one. I'm going to use the left arrow keys. I just create these heads on the E. I just forgotten that. You can use add anchor point tool, and then I am going to use the minus delete anchor point to use that. You have to check occasionally using outline tool by pressing Y, Control Y, plus, and I am going to press here. I am going to drag it here like this. I just bring this closer together, and then I am going to use a swatch color of red. I think I am going to press plus for the add anchor point. I am going to add another anchor point here to move the A. Now I am going to create this part. Use plus to add here and add here. I am going to select both of these. Use S for the scale tool. I am going to press here. I am going to 100 and the horizontal and vertical to be 0 and the horizontal to be so both of these are the same line, as you can see. Now what I am going to do is select both of these points which is on the below. I think we should add a stroke in order to have a good look. So now you see you can have a better look of your title. I am going to select these points and move it on the left side like this, and then select both of these and move it on the right side. Now you get the idea. I think I should move this in order to match this. So a little bit. I just focus on the overall shape. Add anchor point for the, then I am going to remove the extra point here. I am going to use A for the direct selection tool and then drag selecting this, and then I am going to move it like this. I think we are done here. I am going to use add anchor point using plus. I am going to select this point and this point, and then I am going to use minus for the delete anchor point. I am going to click here. I am going to select this point and then I move it here, and then I am going to select this point and move it up, and then I am going to move it up also. Let's just little bit. Let's zoom out a little bit in order to take a closer look of the title. I am going to select all of them. Then I am going to remove the stroke and then press X to toggle between the stroke. And just select this. I'm just gonna group it with Ctrl G. I'm going to drag this out going to select this, and now what I'm going to do is A for the direct selection tool. I'm just going to select this point and this point, press Ctrl C, press Ctrl F to paste it on the front, and then give it a shift the fill to stroke by clicking shift X. I'm going to press X for the to bring the stroke in the front. I'm just going to use black for the color. Maybe red. I just stick it to white. I'm just going to select this point and delete it, and then I'm select this point, press P for the pen tool, press this point, and then create another point here. Now we have a line going along. I'm just going to select this point using A and delete this point. You should first ungroup this, and then select the Z, select the line, give it another color so you get the contrast. Select this and select the line here, and then I'm going to use the pathfinder option. Use the first option in the below. This is called divide. So we are dividing the Z using this line. So we have divided it, and click it and ungroup. Let's just select this left side one and move it on the right side. So we have to keep a good gap between them, because in 3D we are going to create these bevels. So these bevels are not part of the geometry. So we have to give a good gaps to get the result, same result on the 3D also. So I have to give a good gap here. Continuing with the design, you have to select this point and then select this point, and then press Ctrl C, Ctrl F. I'm going to shift X to drag the I think, and I'm going to press use the color of, I think let's keep a backup here by pressing Alt and dragging here, so that we can easily pick the color. I just give it a value of red, and then I'm going to select this. I'm going to press I and select this. Now what I'm going to do is select this. Why don't we have it on the black as well? Maybe blue. Yeah, blue is a little bit visible for me. I think I'm going to, let's just focus on, I think pink is what we will be using. So, and then I'm going to press hit, and then I'm going to use the delete anchor point to delete this point and this point. So this point are deleted. This is only a vertical line going along. I'm going to press P for pen tool. I'm going to press here. I'm going to create another point here. I'm going to select this, and then this, select both of them. I'm going to use divide option here another time. I'm going to press here and ungroup. I'm going to select the right side one. I'm going to move with shift and right arrow. For the E, there is a line going along between them. I'm going to use the pen tool for P. Then I'm going to select this, press I and select this. So you should, hopefully it will be visible for you as well. Hold Alt and shift and drag it here. Select this and first select both of these lines, group them with Ctrl G, and just hold shift and select this letter. Select the divide and ungroup. I'm going to select the left one, shift one time, 1, 2. Rectangle tool. I'm going to create a rectangle like this, fairly matching the I think, and I'm going to drag it like this, and I'm going to drag it with the shift and alt. I'm going to select both of them and I'm going to group them with Control G, and then I'm going to select the letter. I'm just gonna use minus front, so we get the result. Why are we doing it differently? Because it is a compound path. So compound path is nothing but a connected paths. So you connect both of them with make a compound path. So it's a compound path now, but you can't consider this as a same shape. If you do operation like divide on this one, it won't work. It will get confused because there is a two shape going on between them. So letters are mostly combined with both lot of shapes. For example, why did we use the same whole technique on the Z and E? Because Z and E are both are same shapes, so it continued on the same lines. So just because we used that, so it won't work on the letter B. I'm going to delete this. So the R also we should use the, I'm going to use M for the rectangle tool. I'm going to create a rectangle like this. I'm going to select this and then plus minus front. So I'm just gonna check whether I got some extra points. I should delete this with delete anchor point. So now this is clean as well. I'm going to select all of these with the direct selection tool. I'm going to move a little bit closer, and then and select both the ungroup, and then select the letter R. Let's just select left side, and then I'm going to move it little bit. So we got the R. And then I'm going to use the A. I'm going to use M for the rectangle tool. I'm going to create a rectangle like this. I'm going to select this. I'm going to minus front. I'm going to ungroup it. I'm going to select it and left arrow. So this is done. I'm going to drag select this. Drag select all of them. I'm going to press Ctrl Y. I'm just checking whether there are some extra points. Then I'm going to press exit with the Ctrl Y. I'm going to select all of these and Ctrl G to group them. I think we left some part. Ungroup. Let's just ungroup it. Let's just drag it like this, and then let's group it with Ctrl G. I'm going to drag this, then pick a value here. I'm going to drag this text and just gonna press Ctrl design 3. I'm going to drag this now. I'm going to fix the spacing now. I'm going to ungroup. I'm going to select these letters and then move it on the left side. Just try matching it. Let's just group all of them with Ctrl G. I think this Z is little bit longer. I'm fixing it. Okay, this is done. We are dragging it here, and then use the Alt key to drag this, and then plus design 4, and then select this, and then press I for the picker tool, and then press here. This is done. Now we are going to shear the letter little bit. So in order to do that, press, I think there is no shortcut for shear tool, so take the shear tool, and then I am going to select the letters, select the letters, and then I am going to use the shear tool by holding, go to the center point, and then I'm going to hold Alt and click here. I'm going to select the preview option. I'm going to go little by little. I think I'm go with the value of 4 and then press OK. And then I think I'm gonna go with the let's just rotate the letters. Press R, hold Alt and press here. Take the preview option. I think it's the 5 is the right value. Maybe 4. I think 4 is working. Okay. I just change the color to black. I just create this meters thing. I just create with a pen tool. First, let's create a circle with the ellipse tool by pressing L. I'm just gonna remove the fill and shift it to the stroke by pressing Shift X. Press P for the pen tool. I'm just gonna create a line like this. Maybe we're gonna use the rectangle tool by pressing M. I'm just gonna create a box like this, and then I'm going to stroke the fill by pressing Shift X. Now what I'm gonna do is, maybe I think we are good. Now select the line, press R for the rotation tool, press Ctrl Y for the outline tool, find the center point of the circle, go to there, hold Alt, so you get this blue outlines on the circle. So when that happened, select it, and then I'm going to give the angle of 3 and copy it. Maybe Alt again, maybe it is 2. Press copy, and then now I'm going to use duplicate tool by pressing Ctrl D. Just hold Ctrl D for a while, it will get finished. So this is done. Press Ctrl Y to exit. So we created this. So and then select any box, and then I am going to use E for the transform tool. I'm going to drag it like this. So and then I press here, use Ctrl Y to outline mode, and then use Alt and press R and Alt, select the anchor point of the circle. Now we are going to give a value of, I think 10 will be correct. Press copy and then duplicate it now. Ctrl D, Ctrl D, Ctrl D, Ctrl D, Ctrl D. Press Ctrl Y to exit the mode. I am going to delete the circle now. I don't need it. Now I am going to select all of them, and then I am going to merge using merge tool, so we don't get the overlaps. Okay, we are done here, and then I am going to create these letters. If you take a look, it is some kind of a Gothic font. So find some Gothic font you might have already installed on your computer. So just search for the letter Gothic. So we have some Gothic fonts already installed on our computer. So let's just take anything Just go with this one, see if it is working. No, I think something else would work. Bangothic. I just go with this heavy one, and then I am going to press select here. What font I have used is Bangothic LH heavy. So I think I should bring this 0 to center. And then I am going to make it a little bit smaller. When I do that, okay, I just click here. I think we shouldn't have deleted the circle. I think I am going to press Ctrl Z. Okay, let's leave the circle here. Let's just delete it later after creating the text. Let's just create a text another time. Press 0. What font we have chosen is the Bangothic LH heavy. Okay, so we have chosen the font. I'm going to bring it to the center, making it really small. Just leave it here, and then I'm going to select it and press Ctrl Y. Follow the same process. I think the value of 36 should work. Press copy. Now we're gonna use value of 20 should work. Ctrl D. Let's just go with the value of 10. See, we need anything else. Okay, press Ctrl Y to exit it. Sometimes what I'm gonna do is press Ctrl 0. So for example, if you are working with the outline mode, if you zoom it, it will go like this. So we should use Ctrl 0 to come out of it. I just delete some of these letters. So I am deleting the other one. Okay, hopefully it will be alright. I'm going to change it to 10. I think we should have made everything as a center aligned. And then press I. Rotate it like this. Okay, I'm going to change it to 10. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It is little bit clean now. I am going to change it to 10, 20, 30. Create rectangle and then use the minus to delete anchor point tool. Then I am going to bring it here. I am going to drag it like this. I think we are okay. I'm just gonna select everything now, and I think I'm going to use Control C, Control F. I'm going to hold Alt and Shift. I'm going to delete these letters now. Select the circle and delete it. And select the outer circle and delete it. We are done here. I think we are gonna select the zebra text and then I'm going to paste it here. See if it's alright. The text should be a little bit longer. I think we're okay. Little bit. Hopefully it's alright. I'm going to select this. Select everything and I'm going to select this. Include it here. Press Ctrl Y. See if you have any kind of strokes left on the design. Sometimes what happened is strokes won't work on the transforming of the letters. I have checked that, so we are alright. I'm going to select this text. We are going to ungroup. We are going to create outlines. The shortcut is Ctrl Shift O. Now I am going to select everything. I am going to transform it. Make it little bit shorter. I think we are okay. We are in the good shape now. We are going to save this out. Let's continue the animation on the next part.